Welcome to another show. Thanks for joining. As usual, leave your comment, like, share. You don't even have to like, but please take part. Your opinion is most valuable as we thrive on out of the box thinking on this show. Now, I'm going to go into a very touchy subject because a lot of these people, they can't do no wrong for some people, and for some people, they're detestable. And I'm talking about some criminal aspects of our nation that is glorified. Now, please, do not cuss me out for favoritism for one political party or one person against another. Look at the merits and argue on the merits of the facts presented. All right? So let's watch some clip and then we talk about them. All right?
Hold on there! The Maroon boss there! The Maroon boss there! Watch the Maroon boss there! I shall go Canada there!
When I fry, it's so easy. The army,
The guards are... We don't fear than nobody!
no fear than nobody.
So let me be clear. I am totally for reformation. If a man go prison, do him time and come back and want to take an active part in society, I have no issue with that. The issue I'm having is with a national political party. In fact, the biggest national political party in Jamaica, because there is no question that the PNP is bigger than the Jamaica Labour Party, right? There are lots of ongoing news items currently circulating about corruption in the JLP administration, and the PNP is the harbinger of that message consistently every day in the news media, social media, everywhere. They're on here and there and talking about the corruption with the Prime Minister, or alleged corruption with the Prime Minister and the Jamaica Labour Party on a whole. Now, here is a convict being paraded on the platform of the People's National Party Conference, and they don't see anything wrong with that. Richard Curry from the Maroons is also there. Now, a few years back, remember Richard Curry and his band stood up against the ruling government, the government, with all kind of weapons and stuff, stopping the police from coming into their sphere. Now, I don't have a problem with people defending themselves or defending their property, you know, because Babylon, as they call it, the police, can be intrusive and abrasive, you understand? But Curry is simply saying that they don't identify with the Jamaican constitution, they don't identify with the laws of this country, but yet they are living in this country because Maroon Town, wherever up a Kong Pong or up a Porous up there, so is Moko, sorry, is their rightful land. No, there's no two states in Jamaica. There's one state, and it's a Jamaican state. So the Jamaican government is the sole authority that we adhere to. There's no other authority identified. Now, if the Maroons feel like, say, okay, they are a sovereign nation, then they should stay in their place. Before they come step any foot outside of Maroon territory, they should have their own identification, their own passport, and all of that, and their own trading post and all of that. So this nonsense about they are a sovereign state is crap. Furthermore, I don't want to say that it's because I don't like the Maroons. True, I don't, because I consider them a traitor. And the Maroon, why I consider them a traitor? Remember, the Maroons were used by colonial masters, by the white men, to capture other runaway slaves, right? Maroons were slaves themselves one time. So how can both of us be slaves? You run away and go establish yourself and comfortable. I run away from the same oppressive system, right? And then you're going to side with the oppressors to capture me and bring me back to the plantation and call yourselves heroes. So all this mention about Taki must become a hero, a national hero, and even Nanny of the Maroons, her hero status for me, I don't recognize it. You know, I of course I have to use the dollar by the Jamaican. So unfortunately I have to, you know, but I don't recognize these Maroons as anything of any great import in this instance. They are traitors and they should be called out for what they are, because there's no way your black brother should be oppressed by you to be taken back to the slave masters when they run away as slaves, and you were once slaves. You understand? So me not buy the argument there. But anyway, we're straight.
Did it come on though? Okay, or the Wi-Fi was on.
Don't play with me, yeah?
Alright.
No, it was just Wi-Fi.
Alright, so
I do need the Wi-Fi.
Delete that part then.
what did you say? Yeah, it's good.
So Buju Banton, convicted criminal, Cartel, convicted unrepentant criminal, and as you see in that video, he even threatened woman. Just come out, not less than a week. That video was less than a week that he's threatening. So is he reformed? No, I know the Gaza people them go, you know, cuss me out and carry on. But reality is reality. And if you don't want to bury your head in the sand, so be it. And like him song say, me not afraid of nobody. Me not afraid of nobody either. You understand? I mean, lash out on this particular artist, but there's a lot of them. And my bone of contention is the People's National Party. How can they be comfortable with Isaac Buchanan running to become a parliamentarian on their ticket in Eastern Portland, right? A twice convicted criminal. What kind of message the PNP is sending worldwide? And you are the very ones who are talking about the parties above board and the election. Yes, I don't have this man. Are these people reformed? ISAT consistently continues to degrade and belittle women. Now, one can say, well, George wrong, beat up a woman on the JLP side. And rightly so. Rightly so. He too must go. But guess what? I would have considered George wrong more reform, because guess what him do? Him go marry the woman who him allegedly beat after. These guys consistently belittle, denigrate women. They have no respect for law and authority. No, Cartel is not innocent. Him get off and get out of prison on a technicality because of some idiot judge. This stupid judge, and this judge is still sitting, presiding over cases. That's why they consider Jamaican justice system joke system. It's a joke. It's a big joke. The DPP herself was who is in charge at that office at the time. It's a joke. It is a joke. How can you allow the case to go forward with a man who was caught red-handed trying to bribe the pool of jurors? And you allow it to go on. And now this unrepentant criminal, yes, Gaza fan, I don't want to vex and vex. A facts we attack, this is the reality. Unrepentant criminal is out here now, right? All because of what? Him have money. There are other people who the evidence is not as strong against them in a prison today, but because them is a nobody, because them don't have no name, them don't have no big bucket. ISAT is a twice convicted criminal, twice convicted druggist, right? And the PNP have him a run for parliamentary seat in East Portland, and who no one come tell the nation that the JLP is this and the JLP is that. Shame. But then again, shame is probably not a thing anymore. Gone are the days when some of these things, you couldn't even think of doing some of these things. You know, the thought of it alone is shameful. Now, is how anything goes. So morality is not a thing anymore. Nobody is guided by the principles of morals anymore. Huh? It's sad. It's sad. So I don't want you PNP fans to come and bash me about, well, JLP, this and that. Yes, there are corruption there. There are corruption right across the divide. You understand? But for you to be the one who is trouncing and denouncing corruption on the other side, you take out the speck out of them and the beam in your eye. You're comfortable with Buju Banton on your stage last conference, the previous conference, an unrepentant criminal convict, Vibes Cartel, unrepentant criminal convict, and you have these people on your platform, and we must take on serious about wanting to get rid of corruption and crime and violence, and these are some of the very people who boost crime. You never listen to some of cartel music. Anything goes. That's where Jamaica is now. Those who are the loudest and those who have the most money run things. Not morals and principle. Sad. That's it for me. Comment for or against, it doesn't matter to me. But your input is important. Peace out.